right, troops, welcome to the Action League. My name is Owen. So we had a little break last week because I was just too busy with work, but tonight we wanted to return and discuss Alien Romulus, and also wanted to give everyone time to watch it so we could have a good opinion of it, so we can discuss it tonight. Got some other things to go over as well first, but before that, let's bring in the team. So first of all, we have J-Man.
Hey.
Yep. What's up? Next up is Sean. How are you? And finally, we have John from Action Flicks. How are you?
Stay frosty, my friend. Stay frosty.
Yes, indeed. And hello to Adam, Skeptic, and FKHC 2005 in the chat. There you are. So, so I was talking to the guys before we went live that at the weekend I was at the Fan Expo in Toronto, and I got to finally meet Dolph Lundgren. He's one of the few action stars I've never actually properly met. I've met Arnold, I've met Van Damme, and all the guys. But it was really, really cool to meet him. Although I got him, he's not a talker. I was kind of hoping that he would have chatted a bit more, but he's quite reserved, and I've noticed that before. It's not like he's being rude or anything. He's just kind of sort of a quiet guy. He's not the outgoing, larger than life personality that Arnie is. But it was still awesome to meet him, and he has signed my Skin Trade Blu-ray. I will just make me see there. He signed that over where I'm quoted, which is really quite cool, I thought. So I also met Giancarlo Esposito, which was really cool talking to him. That was awesome. I talked to him about The Gentleman and Mandalorian. He was cool. Rosario Dawson, Bryce Dallas Howard we met as well. Love all of them. And it was great meeting Danny Trejo, who I interviewed 11 years ago, and we chatted for a few minutes. That was just really cool. And he's still, I think he's like 80 years old or something, and like he's never aged. He's just always looked the same. He's like carved out of granite. So that's just really cool. So that was an awesome weekend anyway, doing that. Now on Sunday I did two movies. I watched John Woo's remake of The Killer, and you're probably thinking why. And well, I thought, it was two remakes I watched at the weekend. So I watched The Killer because I was at home in bed. I thought, I want to watch it. It's John Woo, and I'm not going to get angry when the director himself is remaking his own movie. And I was like, well, if the director's going to do it, then I'll give it a shot. And it's not as good as the original, obviously, because like The Killer and Hard Boiled are his two masterpieces as far as I'm concerned. Like they're brilliant, and there wasn't any need for it to be remade. But actually, FKH, I'm Scottish, but my family's Irish, so there you go. What was I talking about there? I'm distracted now.
The remake of
the Killer. It has some decent action scenes in it, but they casted what they could, but they were just a bit generic, and they're not Chow Yun-fat. I mean, there's nobody with more charisma than him, so like, why even bother? It's one of these sort of disposable remakes. Like J-Man says, it's okay, but there's so many movies these days that are okay. They get released, like remakes, whatever. This is why I'll watch it again, probably. I hope it gets a physical media release, because I'm not a big streaming guy. I prefer having physical copies of everything, as you can see again. That was good. And then, unfortunately, I did pay to see the Crow remake. For that, I apologize. I mean, apart from the fact it didn't need to exist, it's a completely different movie from the original. It's not telling the same story. Like, although it's Eric and Shelley, he's not Eric Draven. I don't know, but they're basically a couple of junkies, really, and you don't really give a shit about them either way. Like for me, what made the film watchable was the opera scene where he just fucks everybody up with a sword, just kind of John Wick style. So that was really cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, an absolute flop, but yeah. So.
I haven't watched The Killer yet. That's how busy I've been. I'm not even.
Yeah, work's been crazy lately.
Yeah, I saw The Killer. I had it on VHS.
The only one that matters.
How did you guys not see The Killer? That's weird.
No, I have The Killer on Blu-ray.
I was gonna say, yeah. I guess I've seen it like, I don't know, 350 times.
All right. 10,000 times, 10,000 bullets, or one per bullet.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was my weekend anyway. So there we are. So we're going to discuss Alien Romulus tonight, and I'm not going to do like ranking the whole franchise because that's going to take us days to do that. But we just say where it comes in the franchise, unless you can do it like really quick. Hey, Brennan. But yeah, so I saw it a few weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember everything happened. I think Jay and John, Sean, did you all see it like a couple of weeks ago?
I saw it.
Yeah. I remember everything.
Yeah, I did
enough to rank it or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Noah's the killer awake before dawn. He put his boots on. He took a face. He died. No, no. Yeah, so Alien Romulus. I had a good time with it. I think it's definitely one of the better Alien sequels. I mean, to be honest, even like the worst Alien movie, I can still find something to enjoy just because I love Alien movies. Um, if I'm honest, and I know Adam here will be angry, but I think Alien 3 is my least favorite one. I just think it's so miserable. It just leaves you with nothing by the end. And I hate movies where the hero dies in. That's just me. Where a movie like leaves you with nothing. By the way, spoiler alert in case you haven't seen Alien 3. But yeah, but for me, I thought Alien Romulus was decent. I liked Rain. I liked Andy. I thought Andy was really cool. It's something a little different, and you weren't quite sure if he was going to be good or bad. By the way, there's going to be major spoilers discussed this tonight, so if you haven't seen it, then you better go watch it. I like those two characters. The rest of the cast I didn't really care about. They're just disposable fodder. You're waiting for them to die. Because when you go back and you think about like Alien and Aliens, like the casts of those movies and the characters are like iconic. They're fantastic. But actually, yeah, Adam, you're probably right. Yeah.
Are you counting those in this? Are we counting AVP in this?
You can, I guess, yeah. So, I mean, they're definitely the bottom. So no matter at all.
Listen, that's a dumpster fire, but I enjoy that movie.
Yeah.
Well, AVPR is a trash film.
You
it should
can't
be
even
deleted
see it.
from.
Yeah.
It's the worst movie ever.
I quite like Prometheus as a movie, but it's not really an alien movie.
No, you watch it and it's like there's nothing. I mean, there's like little itty bitty, but I mean, not even the monster at the end. You're like, I remember I saw it with my dad, and I was like, what the?
My mum came to see that with us. She didn't know what the movie was about, and we're like, "Mum, come see it." It was a family day. We're like, "Okay," and is she giving herself an abortion? No. That's the bit that could remove the alien from her. Like, oh no, that was not a good idea. But yeah, no, So Alien Romulus, I thought that the visuals were nice. I thought the score was nice. It was atmospheric. I loved the world building, and it felt like an alien movie. I liked how the tech, like even the computer screens at the opening, looked like the computer screens from Alien, which is cool. I liked the music. There's some cool choral moments. I didn't mind too many of the callbacks. I thought seeing Ash or Rook was okay. It was a little janky, but it was okay. I thought he had almost too big a role. It would have worked if it was almost like a smaller role. To me, where everyone seems to like about the movie, I hated the last 15 minutes. I was like, oh, it's just Alien Resurrection again. And it was just like the same thing. And to me, there's too much in the film, which it was like a greatest hits of like the other movies. But there was still enough new in it to stand out. So I enjoyed it, but we'll talk about the movie and then we'll talk about where it ranks at the end. Anything else I need to say about it? Not really. I don't think so. Sean, what do you think of it?
Well, I thought it was pretty awesome because I thought it was going to be complete crap. So
yeah, like we all did.
But if your expectations is down here, then it's like, hey, it's a win.
Yeah, I feel like the thing is, it is just an alien. It is just the formula, Like you've got humans trapped in a whatever. You've got the face hugger scene. You've got the chest burster scene. You've got there's a bunch of aliens and they track them and all that stuff and then there's a twist on the alien. Like there's usually like an extra monster that's an alien hybrid of insert blank here, right?
Right.
And that's all this is just hitting the marks, and that's all I want at this point. And I was telling J-Man when we talked about it one of the many times, I was like, listen, like if they just do a movie like this every 5 or 6 years, I'm good. Like just do an alien movie like humans trapped in a face hugger, chest burster, maybe some new weaponry, a new crazy hybrid at the end. I'm done. It's good. You don't be all extra like freaking Covenant and all that stuff. It's like, what the hell was that? Just do an alien movie,
Right.
So yeah, it's a comfort food. Like stick to the formula alien movie. It's a horror movie. It's not trying to be extra. It's not trying. This is like a this kind of movie. No, it's horror because Alien was a horror film, right? So, So yeah, I thought it was masterful at sticking to the marks. There are stupid things that happen, but like it didn't capsize the movie to me, and I feel like people are being crybabies about it, right?
Yes.
Like, I don't care about
Good
that. I don't
term.
care about the line. Yeah, the line at the end is stupid. It is because it doesn't even apply to
No, that's the thing which
alien that
lost me.
yeah, it's not even the queen, right? So
Yeah.
it's dumb. But it doesn't, like, I forgot about it. Like, after I saw it, everyone else is screaming like it's the ruination of the entire film. It's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I thought it was cool. I like the characters. Just make another one with new characters the same kind of way.
The
And
same kind of
they're
thing,
not going
yeah.
to, but like they'll do some other weird, stupid thing. But I thought it was a good comfort food alien movie, like just doing the alien things that I want to see.
Yeah. I mean, the director mentioned that he wants to maybe do like an AVP movie, like a new reboot, and I was like, yeah, okay, do a proper one
I'm
this
good
time,
with that.
and yeah, I would be in for that because the materials there, you just go into the comics or whatever else.
The comics are there.
Yeah, it's all right there. So
you make 2 movies without the comics. It's like the comics are right there, guys. It's right there. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. Yeah. I actually remembered something else I was going to say, and I've forgotten what it was. Fuck. Oh well. J-Man.
Yeah, I liked it also. I don't know, like these people say the member berries or these callbacks. Well, what do you mean? What's a callback? Remember Terminator 2? It's all callbacks. Like what? It's another T-800. Oh, okay. They just happened to catch another one. Like I don't understand what you're talking about. It's part of what it is. It's like they didn't manufacture one Ash robot and that's it. They created one and shut the machine off, and then that's it. There's not going to be. It's like it's a series of android. It's just like Bishop was Wayland, which is actually stupider if you think about it. And yet, right? It's like there's many Bishop models. There's a lot of these models. Like I don't see. It is a cryberry. Oh, why do they have him again? Because it's an android and there's many of them. It's like, why is Schwarzenegger in any Terminator movie? It's like, well, because it's that model of Terminator, right? The only member berry which doesn't make sense is the line.
Yeah.
And that line is super dumb. It makes no sense, and it pissed me off. But we have 2 hours of pretty damn awesome stuff for me to tank this movie for one line that's a mistake that shouldn't have been in there. That's it. Everything else, like they're like, oh, look, they're tracking the aliens. Right, because they have equipment to track stuff.
People are complaining about that.
They're complaining about everything that they can possibly complain about, but the movie's doing well now, so the complaints start to slowly go away.
Yeah.
These people anticipate what's going to be a talking point and a complaining point, and when it doesn't become a complaining point, they start to phase that out of their YouTube content. And I notice when they do that. But in any case, Andy was awesome. I thought that guy was friggin' great. I like the girl. The first half now I thought was really cool, like where they're showing how people live. You never really got that.
World. Yeah, yes, world
You
building.
you never got that in the other Alien movies. I thought it was pretty neat. Going on the Romulus, that middle section could have been trimmed. It didn't need to be 2 hours, so there's that. It's not perfect. I gave it an 8 out of 10, so I really liked it. I'm definitely buying it, 4K or whatever it is. So I liked those 2 characters. The other characters, like, yeah, they're okay. They're there to be there so the alien can kill them. That's fine. Yeah. I loved the last 15 minutes. I also love the end of Resurrection. I think this engineer head on something, but I don't know. When they were going to do the black goop, okay, first of all, I love Prometheus. It's a masterpiece. We're gonna end that. We'll talk about it when we do the rankings. Look, this black goop, the person who came up with this black goop idea needs a super raise, because now we have the ultimate excuse to have any random monster that we can conceive of. And then you're like, how does this monster make sense? Oh, the black goop did it. It's beautiful. You can milk this goop now forever. When they're going to inject that girl and then they didn't inject it, they didn't inject her, and it's like an hour and whatever minutes in, right? I was like, Fade, or whatever his name is. I was like, buddy, you let me down. I wanted to see that goop in this pregnant woman. I was like, you let me down, buddy. And then the movie looks like it's over. I thought, oh no, he's going to come back to this. I know. And he came back and she injected herself. I was so happy. I was going to cry in the theater. I was so happy. I was like, yes. And then she gave birth to that, whatever that was. when I saw this thing, I was like, holy crap, this thing is really weird. This is the weirdest thing of monster of all time. And it's like running around. I was like, oh, I was hooting and hollering. I was by myself in the theater. I was so happy with this movie. I was like, this is awesome. I stepped and I was like, did you effing see this monster yet? Like, because he was
halfway through the movie when he texted me, I was like, yeah. I guess there's a big monster at the end of this.
It's like, Jesus Christ, this thing at the end was bloody. Is there going to be a Funko Pop of this thing? I don't think so. I don't think there's going to be a Funko Pop of this weird ass neck. It's got an engine. It looks normal for a second.
Do you see the actor that plays him?
Yes, I saw the actor.
Looks exactly like.
He is that
I don't think you put makeup on him.
When I saw that was an actor, I was like, oh my God, this guy's. I can make a franchise off of this guy. But no, it's an engineer's head. You're like, oh, that's cool. It's like an engineer head. And it zooms down. It's like, what is this? It looked like freaking, it looked like Jack from Return to Oz. Sean, did you think Jack? But I was thinking it's Jack from Return to Oz. Like this weird. I was like,
love Return to Oz.
Yeah, I love Return to Oz.
Traumatize me.
Oh, I love it. And I'm like, oh, you got like. I would just shoot this thing. Like, there's no way that I would never let this thing live and walk around. It's too weird. I don't know. I was like, buddy, you got me back. I was really disappointed when she didn't inject herself. I thought, oh, what a missed opportunity. And then she did, and I was very happy. Yeah. So I was, look, the black goop, I don't like Prometheus, oh, fucking it's on, yeah, whatever. It's got this black goop now, which is the get out of jail free card for any monster you want. It's like, oh, it's black goop and it mixed with something. Okay. Like, oh, beautiful. Love it. There you go.
Yeah, I actually, I remembered what it was I wanted to talk about. One of my favorite scenes was the gravity scene where she's floating and there's like avoiding the acid and all. I
love it.
What a great idea for a set piece, and it was so well done. The visuals were generally great as well. I mean, some people have complained about like CG, but I know there wasn't anything that made me sort of go, I thought it was fine.
But wait a minute. Oh, and on that point, though, again, that scene is new. The entire first 20 minutes is new stuff that we've never seen in any Alien film. That anti-gravity scene is new. That creature at the end is new. Yes, the formula is new creature at the end, whether it's a pet alien or a dog alien thing, like or that weird human one. It's like, okay, so that's the formula, but the creature is new. The formula doesn't mean it's a member berry or whatever callback. It's a formula. It's like there's a new Terminator in every Terminator movie. Oh, it's just another new Terminator. I know, but that's what this is. Like, what are you watching? You're watching a Terminator, so you see the new. Did
they ever explain in Terminator the sequels? Because when Reese says in the first one, there's no going back and no one else comes through, and then they're like, Misa back.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Like, I mean, and then you go to dismiss Terminator 2 because technically that's bullshit too. It's like, oh, well, they sent 2 back in time. Oh, okay. And then in Terminator 3, they sent 3 back in time. Oh, okay. It's like, whatever. I
mean, I don't really give a shit either way. It was just when I saw the Terminator, saw the Terminator a few weeks ago and cinema was great.
Yeah.
Anyway. And it's funny, whenever we watch it, and I was like, no, the Terminator, the first one is the best one of
for
T2.
sure.
As much as I love T2, I was like, no, the first one is just a masterpiece of movie. It's so good. And like, I hate whenever people are like, they should update the special effects and whatever. And I was like, first of all, fuck off. I love stop motion. Never update stop motion. Like, I love the Terminator at the end. But anyway, Terminator Zero premieres on Netflix tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? Oh,
it's tomorrow.
Weekend, then.
Let's terminate. Oh, let John talk and then tell us what Terminator is. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so I remember when they were announcing this movie, and then they were going over, it's a bunch of young people in space, and I was like, I was not on board from that. I was like, oh great,
I threw up, John.
Yeah, I was
like, it's gonna be young people. I was like, okay, F this movie in the A.
Like,
it's garbage.
What are we gonna do? Friday the 13th with Xenomorphs? So,
that's exactly what I said. Actually, we didn't even talk about this beforehand. I said the same thing. I was like, we're just gonna be Friday. People in the office were saying, what do you think about this? Like, it's Friday 13th in space. F this movie. Anyway, sorry.
Well, anyways, as it went on, I was just like, this is starting to sound a lot better. And then I was seeing the images, and then Fede Alvarez is talking about how he's merging Alien with Aliens, and I was just like, oh, wait a second, okay, and I was like, I was starting to get excited. Then I saw the first teaser, and I was like, whoa, I was like, this looks gnarly. I'm like, this looks like something I could get into. And then the extended trailer, same thing. Then I went to see the movie, and I'm like, this, okay, so I'm with Owen. Like the like it's such like the opening is great, and you're with Rain and Andy, and it's unfortunate that we only really except for Isabella Merced, I think the actress's name. She gets put through the ringer. She gets
that poor girl. I know.
Holy cow! I was just like, poor woman. And I thought she was gonna get it live, and I was like, oh nope, okay, her baby just killed her. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, you don't get a pass. But I thought she got the shit kicked out of her. But like, we didn't really care about anybody else. Everybody. I mean, well, there was Rain's kind of boyfriend-ish. He was kind of.
There's the asshole guy. You know, there's something in the fucking water.
There's a water.
Well, in the water, man. You guys are so
that
mean.
was the trailer too.
Well, his friend.
So
I loved when his friend died. I was like, because he was an asshole. He gets dripping, you know. And I'm like, okay, more. I want to see, like, let me see some like real gobs of acid hit this guy now. But I thought Andy was a freaking slam dunk, home run, grand slam, whatever you want to say. Like, the beginning, like he's you know, he's malfunctioned, you know, and then he goes through this character arc where they reboot him and everything, and then it's like, oh shit, and then he's like this freaking, you're like, you don't know what the hell's going on with this guy or anything. And like, is he gonna do an Ash thing? Is he gonna be like Lance Henriksen Bishop? You know, like, I thought that was cool too. The Xenomorphs were badass, and like I said, the gravity scene, I like. Okay, nobody's Ripley, nobody's Sigourney Weaver, you know, like that's just, it's like Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. It's like, don't even fucking try to. But I thought Kaylee Spaney rocked it as Rain. I thought she was, you know, you cared about her and Andy. And then like when the time came at the end for her to take on the Xenomorphs, I thought she was badass. And those pulse rifles, they're supposed to be earlier versions. I thought those were cooler than the ones that were in Alien. These things are badass. Did they have a grenade launcher though? I'm like, I didn't say, like, I was like, did they? I don't think they had a grenade launcher though, like the Colonial Marines had. I'm like, that would have been even more badass. But
yeah, this one had that aiming thing, right? That was
yes, exactly.
Like
that. Yeah, they have guns like that now. So that was cool and everything. Yeah, and then I loved Andy's moment. He's like riding the Xenomorph down. I'm like, this is fun. And then he does the line, and then he hesitates, and you're like, oh, is he gonna finish it? Oh, he finished it. I'm like, okay. I was worried maybe he was only going to say half of it.
He should have said half. I would have liked the half, because then that would have been like, get away from her. And then you're like, oh, he didn't say it now. Like that.
I'm like, oh, he finished it. Okay.
I don't like that, because that's Sigourney's line. That's
right. It's like,
it's like, oh, he said the thing, and you're like, fuck off. He didn't need to say the thing.
I'm like, don't fuck with Ripley, man. But then I'm with Owen. Okay, I didn't hate the last 15 minutes, but I was just, I remember. Well, stop shaking your head, J-Man. Stop.
Because what are you guys watching? I was like, this is the greatest 15 minutes ever.
It just turned into like the Slender Man movie at the end.
It wasn't a scary looking creature. It just looked like a
what? It was so weird.
I was just like, that motherfucker's tall, and that's about it.
Oh my god, it is the weirdest creature ever. I was crying. It was so funny.
The first time I saw like in full, I was like, oh, the Lakers are gonna pick this guy up and put him on their bench.
Oh my god, you would not hire that weird ass thing. It's gonna want its own bathroom and all this other weird stuff.
Imagine that. People.
Okay, I'm a fan of the Xenomorph. I think it's the most iconic, badass sci-fi horror monster in my eyes. And I remember when I was a kid, because my dad showed me Alien on VHS, but he cut out like the chest bursting scene. It's because I was only like 6, so he cut out like the really good parts. So I was older when I finally saw him. But then Aliens to me is like, when people ask me what my favorite movie is, my go-to is Aliens. I think it's just the perfect blend of genres and the characters and everything. So like, this is the Alien movie I was waiting for after Aliens. I mean, 3 and Resurrection, like I said, there's good things about them.
I actually like Resurrection.
Well, I mean, there were some good kills in it.
Good gore in it. Yeah,
there's some good gore in it. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I just remember when the Xenomorphs were.
This thing is super weird, man. This is a bad picture. When it's moving around, it was super weird. I was like, "F this thing."
And all I wanted to say to her was, you know what? I was like, if you didn't inject yourself, you wouldn't have been getting sucked your blood or whatever sucked up by your damn kid.
Hold on, guys. Okay. I gotta push back. I'm sorry. I gotta push back. Okay, she's touching her thingy, and there's this goop, and you're like, "Is it gonna come?" And because it's hungry, I'm like, "Oh my god, this is weird. This is a great weird. If that was in a 1980s movie, we'd all be saying, "Remember how awesome that movie was in the 1980s?" They're giving it to us today.
That's great. That J-Man, I respect your opinion, man. But I'm not there.
Fuck you.
I'm not. Yeah, fuck you, J-Man. No, but,
oh my god.
But I just wanted. Sorry, I love you. You know it. But I just wanted like badass. Like I wanted something bombastic with the xenomorphs, and I just because they were so kick ass, and I was like, and then you see them all coming at her, like in the anti-gravity scene. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. And then she's firing away, and she's screaming when she's firing it. I don't know what it is, but when people are screaming while firing machine guns, it just automatically makes it a lot cooler. And then, you know, like I said, then the Slender Man showed up, and I was like, mother son of a bitch. I'm like, and it's like Ridley Scott was looking over Fede Alvarez's shoulder and be like, okay, this is my franchise, Freddy. So you're gonna have to put this in here just to make sure, because it's like it's going back towards like, you know, his like the Prometheus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So see, this is now I see what's going on here. I see this anti-Prometheus.
I'm not a fan of Prometheus. I'm sorry. I don't listen. I have it on Blu-ray. I watch it occasionally. Alien Covenant. I watch too, but listen.
All right, it's come to light. New shit has come to light, as the dude says in Big Lebowski. New evidence has come to light.
Listen,
I love Prometheus.
I'm a fan. I know I'm a fan of Alien. I just didn't think he needed to like build this other world and like do all this other like just give us the shit that well, at least I want. I don't know. I'm sorry.
You got okay. I'll give this one last point. It was 2 hours, so you did get. To me, this is a bonus, not an instead of.
Okay. I guess
as a point, right? I see what you're saying though. Like I know, and our good friend Sean, who's not on these streams, different Sean, same point as you guys. It's like Prometheus, like, this is an alien. What is this, right? Like, give me the aliens or don't give them to me. But I'm seeing it as a bonus in this case. It's like a 15-minute extra guy on top of the guys that we got.
But make a different or like different badass version of the like. I mean, I know there's different looking xenomorphs and but like do something like listen. All I kept thinking was it's the Slender Man. I'm like, don't go in the woods at night because he's gonna.
I didn't see Slender Man. Was that any good?
I haven't seen it, but I know what it means.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not.
I know there's a movie on it though.
Well, there's a movie, but it's an urban myth too.
Yeah, I know it. I know the urban myth, and I know the movie, but I haven't seen the movie.
But listen, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I probably would have gave it maybe a 4.5 out of 5 if it wasn't for the Slender Man at the end. But I loved it. I mean, I did. It was an alien. It was like I said, except it was the best alien movie since the second one, and now we have something to get excited about, like, and hopefully like in the future, like they're like, and now he says he wants to do Alien versus Predator. It's like, and like just Sean was saying, like it's like you got the roadmap, man, just follow it to the golden finish, you know. It's like, so hopefully this is just a sign of good things to come. And I'd like to see Rain and Andy again, you know, because we all know, like you said at the end, she's like, I'm gonna fix you, you know, so he's fucked up, but you know, he's gonna, you know, he's an android, so she's probably gonna fix him and everything. But yeah, I just, like I said, I saw it in that RPX, like I was talking about before we started the show, and that just like, it was immersive, and the music, and it's like it was the 70s again, like with you know, when Ridley Scott did the first one, and like Owen was saying, the visuals, oh my god, like the opening, you're just like, this is Alien. I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know, and then like what J-Man was saying, it's different because then you get thrown onto this other world, and you know, Weyland Yutani's like fucking people over just like they always are, you know.
The corporation.
Yeah, the corporation, man. The man's bringing us down and everything. But, you know, I just wish that we had more. Like, I felt like in Aliens, even in Alien, you cared about all those characters. Yaphet Kotto,
that's right.
You know, Harry Dean Stanton. You know, it's like here it was just like you had the two, and maybe, like I said, Isabel Merced, just because she's just, you know, oh God, this poor girl. But everybody else was just like, who cares? You know, it's like, oh, it's like, I can't wait to see how you die. You know, so that was basically what I was saying throughout the movie. But yeah, like I said, I loved it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Just take out the Slender Man. Maybe when I watch it in the future, I'll just be like, I'll stop it.
Well, no, now you'll know the Slender Man is, then you'll think about what I said and you'll you'll realize how awesome it is.
And then I'll be like, J-Man is yes, and I'll just
yes, I'm always right in the end. Don't worry, I'll always be right in the end.
I've only seen it once. I have to see it a lot more times. So there you go.
I don't think we cared. Did we care about any? I would say the first two Alien movies are the only time where I cared about anyone other than Ripley. Like after that, it was like Ripley. Even Winona Ryder, I was like, yeah, she's okay. Ron Perlman, he's okay.
Yeah.
We had Michael Wincott was in.
Michael Wincott was in Resurrection.
Brad Dourif, I think, was in it.
I liked Charles S. Dutton in 3.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He's got some redemption to him.
He's all right. Yeah, that's fine. That's true.
And what's his name? Charles Dance or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Charles Dance makes everything better.
I always ask the question, like in Alien 3, why did it? Let me just go back to Alien Romulus. Best chest bursting scene ever. That was
a great scene. The X-ray thing, yeah.
That was cool.
Another thing added.
Yeah.
See?
Yes, and then you're like, oh, and then when it comes out, you're just like, oh my god, you're squirming, and it was just and the noise the bones were making when it was coming out, I was like, this is like the best thing ever.
Oh yeah, she played Dora, right? That girl played Dora.
Yeah.
I thought, oh no, poor Dora.
Watch that movie again.
She's one of those young actresses that's being used all the time. So
well, they weren't annoying. My problem when you were saying
one guy was annoying. The guy,
but no.
I wanted
he's
him to die
dick,
first.
But he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be. That's the story. Not they're not supposed to be annoying and you hate everyone. When I first heard it's going to be the adolescents or teens or whatever, then I was like, because they can't write them well. In Friday the 13th, the point is that they're all just expendable crap, and except for the final girl who's the only one you're rooting for. Right. But in an Alien movie, even when I didn't care about the characters, they weren't literally there just to be expendable. They had a purpose to them. You just didn't care as much as you cared about Ripley. Maybe she was too overpowering those other movies. But even in Prometheus, which I love, I don't care about the characters. Like Liz Shaw's cool because she's named after one of my favorite companions of Doctor Who. That's like and he named her for that. And I like David. That's it. Again, main girl. It's like main girl and android. Those seem to be the only characters outside of Ripley that are any cool in any of these other movies or whatever. But this one, it's like I don't know. Like I mean, we've had more Alien movies that are schlock than good. Like the first two are actually legit good films. After that, they're schlock movies. So now I'm watching it for schlock value, and then that's all I care about. So it doesn't matter. Like, like someone saying, "Well, the member berry is what, a chest burster?" But that's how it goes. Like it's like if there's a formula to Alien, the facehuggers have to appear. Oh, look, it's the facehuggers again. Oh, we've seen these before, right? 7 times. Like, what are you talking about? Like. The people getting mad at stuff now that's in this movie, it's like for other, I think Sean says this a lot, for other examples, see all the Alien movies. Like, I don't understand. Like the only thing was saying the you bitch at the end.
Yeah, to me that was the only thing which really sort of bothered me. Everything else was
and
whatever.
he hesitated. Yeah. That even made it worse.
Yeah,
right. Should have not said it.
Yeah, but
or come up with your own line. Come up with something.
Well, I was like, stop referencing other things and come up with something new. It was like in the first AVP, you watch that, and then because it was PG-13, she goes, "Oh, you ugly mother," and then it cuts, and you're like, "Fuck off! Say motherfucker! Just say the word. It's just a word."
You can say once at a PG-13.
You get one fuck, yeah.
Yeah, you get one.
And that's when they should have done it.
Not in this stream, but yeah.
We've already expended those.
Oh yeah,
we're screwed. All right. Well, it's I say, I think even on my own podcast, my dad's like, "Do you have to swear all the time?" I'm like, I don't even know I'm doing it. I'm sorry.
I think Andy misgendered that alien too.
Oh, Sean, we're gonna. It's like, well, good thing. Well, we're not monetized on this stream right now, but that'd be a demonetization. I can't be involved. I just want to say that I'm not involved with any of these. No, I'm sorry. That Sean knows that reference. I'm not gonna explain it here.
Although, just going out to Adam's point there, has anybody got this? William Gibson's original graphic novel of Alien 3.
Yeah, I showed J-Man this whole thing.
Well, Alien 3, I was gonna say that was put through the ringer too during production. Like it was supposed to be totally different, and then
I was gonna bring up the fact that for some reason, so every franchise has canceled projects.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the most famous canceled projects come from Alien. It's like the William Gibson Alien
Planet.
3.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Mm-hmm.
The Woods Planet. Remember, it's Alien 3 was initially going to be set in
the William Gibson Alien 3 has been a book. It's been an audio drama. It's been a comic series.
Yeah.
It's like this movie never got made, and it's like everyone loves it. Operation Aliens is one of the most famous cartoons that never happened. And
right?
you know, and all of the merchandise was
Yeah.
released. It's just that it was called something else. Like the Alien toy line that lasted 6 years was the Operation Aliens.
Yeah, and I've got
toy
them.
line.
I had those as a kid.
Yeah, because
I
all
had
the
those.
characters were in the key art for it. What else? The Neil Blomkamp Alien 5.
Yes.
The James Cameron written and Ridley Scott directed Alien 5, which never happened. They made AVP instead. I don't know how bad
Great
that script
idea.
was. Yeah, but they made AVP. It's kind of weird, but it's one of the things that fascinates me about this franchise. I love the Operation Alien stuff. It's like, what the hell would that have been? Because the toy line lasted 6 years without a cartoon. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
it would have looked like
that would-
Rambo. It would have looked more like a Rambo. I think I could just based on what the toys in that.
The problem was that the laws changed and they didn't make it because the government was upset at the fact that they were making stuff like Rambo and like stuff that was R-rated for kids. And so they changed it so that they made children's programming more stringent, so they didn't make the Alien cartoon. But yeah,
damn it! You went against Reagan's.
I know
Reagan's decree.
Like, tone it down a bit. The tone it down a bit law.
I always felt this because like Prometheus kind of hinted that it took place in the same universe as Blade Runner, and I thought, yes, give us Xenomorphs in futuristic LA. That would have been awesome. You don't have to have like Deckard in it or anything like that, but just having it like in a future set like that would have been awesome, rather than like what they did with the AVP movies, and they put it in like modern day, and I was like, nobody cares about that. You want to see cool sci-fi weapons and different planets or things like that, rather than
what's going on with the series of Alien Earth? Like
it's coming out.
That's still coming.
Yeah, I know it is, but it's supposed to be like before all of this stuff. So like, how is that possible if we didn't know the Xenomorphs existed before Alien, but yet this Alien Earth is taking place?
Yeah, and Prometheus is the first proto Xenomorph at the very, very end, which is basically an engineer.
Yeah.
It's like because the face hug, it was more like a body engulfer. I don't know what you call that thing at the end.
Yeah.
It's like it comes from that. So, man, oh god.
Wait, but
I want to see
Jamie,
Xenomorphs running around on Earth.
Like,
one of the confusing things about Prometheus is they go to that big mural of the Alien Queen, and it's like, well, what's that then? What the hell? Yeah. That movie to me is not an alien movie. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I love
it's a fun sci-fi movie, but it's not an alien movie. Yeah.
And it wasn't meant to be an alien movie, but the studio insisted.
Yes.
Oh, okay, the timeline for Alien Earth is around the time of Prometheus.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I actually want to watch Prometheus again. I'm just thinking about it. I haven't watched it for a couple of years, and I was
awesome.
Enjoying it. It looks beautiful. I remember the visuals and the music and everything were great. But Ridley Scott does make ugly movies. But yeah, I thought that was a good one. But right, in terms of ranking, for me, actually, I'm going to stick Romulus at number 3. I think.
So 1-2 Romulus or 2-1.
Actually, Alien is number 1 for me because I watched Aliens recently, and like as much as I love it, I found it just a little annoying. Just with like Ripley and the constant screaming like shut.
Well, she does.
The things affect Owen's judgment. It's like Carrie.
Yeah, sorry, I don't like kids. Kids in movies.
Don't watch Goonies anyway.
But yeah, so Aliens, Romulus for me, and then I say the rest are all sort of just kind of a jumble. I think probably after.
Are we counting AVP and Prometheus then, or no?
We are counting. Yeah, go ahead. And then I'll say. I'm going to say Prometheus, then Alien Resurrection, then Covenant, then Alien 3, then AVP movies. There you go.
Wow, we're almost exact. I'd have to think. Give me a minute to think about this because I wasn't sure.
Well, John,
I didn't know we were doing all these. I
know we weren't going to, but then I decided we are. So here we are.
Thanks, Owen.
It's number 3.
Yeah,
well,
so
I'm in my pants.
Okay, right, Sean.
I'm so at number 1, Aliens, Romulus. Prometheus is number 4. I switched those two around a lot. Alien 3, Alien Resurrection. So Alien 3 is before Alien Resurrection. AVP, Alien Covenant as the penultimate, and AVP Requiem as the last one, if we're doing all of those.
Yeah.
Wow, we're very close.
Requiem is pretty much unwatchable because you can't see anything that's going on in the movie.
Yeah, and Covenant is so poorly structured that
Mm-hmm.
I find a lot of people forget things in that movie.
Oh, yeah,
there's a whole hybrid in that movie that everyone forgot happened, So
yeah, I've watched that thing twice, and I haven't really had any urge to watch it. I bought it because I buy all Alien movies, but yeah, no, yeah, I mean, Requiem is definitely the worst because even the first AVP, J-Man actually gave me the DVD years ago of the unrated version, and that's mildly better, but even then it's still not a great movie. But I don't think the visual effects at the end, whenever they're fighting the alien queen at the end, I thought that looked really, really good.
That's really good, and there's something about that snow background that really
that is cool.
It out,
So okay.
Sorry,
I got mine.
13th movies. They wanted a Friday the 13th in the snow.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
No, I've got it. Okay, so Alien is my 12th favorite movie of all time. It's a masterpiece. It's 10 out of 10. Aliens is also 10 out of 10, but I don't love it as much as everyone else loves it. I think it's a really awesome movie, and so it's still 10 out of 10 on my scale. Then Prometheus, I saw that 3 times in IMAX, so I'm pretty sure I liked it. Then Romulus, but I have only seen Romulus once. It could go up, if I've seen afterwards. Those 4 to me are for sure easily the best one. Alien 1 is for sure the best, then Aliens 2, and then the other 2 are interchangeable. Now, I like Resurrection. I like 3, then AVP, then Covenant, then AVPR. The only one that I have zero interest in ever watching again is AVPR. It's just a disaster, garbage dumpster fire. I hate it. It's crap. I watched it again for that stream that we did when we did the Predator rankings on your stream. And it's the worst of both series. It's absolutely crap. Covenant I gotta watch again. I remember not thinking it was that good. Yeah. But AVP 1 is crappy, but it has fun aspects to it.
Oh yeah.
The first fight is
the effects are good. The effects are really good.
Yeah, the 2 Predators are cool.
And that girl getting the big Predator gear, man. I thought that was really
using alien head as a shield.
The shield and shit. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I kind of liked how she teamed up with the Predator.
That is cool.
He scars her.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. That's kind of neat. Yeah, so that again, we're talking. Remember, just think if that came out in 1985. We'd be reminiscing about how great. Remember that movie where there was that chick when she teamed up with those aliens fighting that other thing? You'd be like, "This is the great." It's just because you know what it is.
Yeah.
This is my problem with a lot of these. Same with Prey. Someone mentioned earlier, Prey. If you just watch that movie, you're like, "Wow, that was an awesome movie." Then you're like, "It's part of the Predator series." Like, oh, why are the Predators such losers in this? Then, it's almost better to not think of it as you just think of it as it's a random movie. Where there's this alien that attacked these natives and they kicked the crap out of it. It was awesome. It's like, that's supposed to be a Predator. It's like, why did the natives win?
Who we talk to that liked Prey better than the original Predator?
That was Nate. Nate, if you're listening.
Yeah. When he said that, I was like,
yeah.
No, that he died. He's dead to me.
Yeah, your opinion is worthless on anything. Then basically, sorry.
And then he was blaming us for being old and saying
no.
He's just young and stupid.
No, I can quantify why the original is better than this crappy thing. It's come on.
Yeah. Yo, Prey's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
Let me ask a spoiler question. So, if we're counting Predator 2 only because of that skull, where would Predator 2 fall in your ranking?
I love Predator 2.
Predator 2 is amazing. I love Predator 2.
I love it.
Predator 2 has my favorite scene of any Predator movie.
I'm already trying to figure out what to do with these other movies. I can't put
the subway scene in Predator 2 is my favorent Predator scene ever. I love that scene. And it's Bill Paxton just going,
great Bill Paxton rocks that scene, man. And he's just like, a character, he knows he's fucked in that scene, but he's just like, you know what? I'm fucked, but I'm gonna go down and freaking try to take. I just love that scene.
Yeah, we can't do that. No, Sean, that's not fair.
I know.
I agree with John. We're not doing that.
Sean's just being like he's throwing.
No, that's a monkey wrench. We don't need it right now.
Yeah, this is going to take too long. But yeah.
So, John, what was you didn't do your order? Did you figure your order out yet? No.
All right, I'm gonna be the black sheep. I gotta go with Aliens as number one. Listen, Alien is iconic. It's a masterpiece. It defined a new genre. But for me, in terms of enjoyment factor, I can't get enough of Aliens. Like I said, when people ask me, "What's your favorite movie?" Because I have a lot of them. My go-to is Aliens. It's the perfect blend of action, sci-fi, horror, and all that crap. Alien, of course, number two. I mean, it could fluctuate on any given Sunday.
Yep.
I got to go with Alien Romulus for number three, just because, I mean, it is fresh in my mind because, I mean, to a point, I just saw it, except for the Slender Man. It rocked. I loved everything about it. I loved how he merged the first two together and made those points and stuff like that. Now this is where it gets tricky. I got to go probably with my next one is going to be, it's going to be Prometheus. It has to be Prometheus. Yes, it's Prometheus. I haven't seen it in a long time, but just because like Alien 3 and Resurrection are some dumpster fires for me, but I still enjoy aspects of them. So after Prometheus, I got to go with 3 and then Resurrection and then AVP, Covenant, and then of course the last one is Requiem because we all know what needs to be said about that.
Yeah.
We have the same, all of us have the same. It's just like the same, the first two are the same, the next two are the same, the next two are the same, but that just flipped. Some of them are flipped.
And then Requiem, they're like, oh, they named the lead guy Dallas. Ooh, that's fucking original. Good for you.
Yeah.
Like it.
The annoying thing was, like, Requiem, the first, like, was it 4 minutes whenever you see the Predator planet and then the Predator take off, like, that's awesome. And then the rest of it would be shit.
And then I loved how the hot chick got nailed to the wall at the end. Like that was a cool moment.
Yeah.
Like she just,
remember that 4 minutes out of that 2-hour dumpster shit fest? That 4 minutes.
It was a good 4 minutes, Jay.
Solid 4 minutes.
He's like
Most of the girls I know, it's only 2 minutes, okay? But
we can find the good in any movie.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Before,
But
the 4 minutes.
the Blu-ray set of like the Alien anthology, where it's like the 4 movies, is one of my favorite Blu-ray collections because
I have
you've got
that.
the two different versions of it. You got the Alien director's cut, and then Aliens and a director's cut, and then Alien 3, the different versions, and then Alien Resurrection as well. Because like the end of Alien Resurrection has that ending where they arrive on Earth at the end, and you actually see it, and it's just like post-apocalyptic world. That was cool. So yeah, I definitely love that set, but I hope they don't do another set because otherwise I have to buy that.
Me too. First one I saw in the theater.
Yeah, probably.
Alien 3 was. Oh, have I ever told you guys about Alien War?
No.
Have you ever heard of that? Oh my God, we had this in Glasgow, right? And I remember seeing Alien 3. It was like one of my first 18-rated movies. So you guys would piss yourself. It's so awesome. So the movie was just coming out, and this is something they set up in Glasgow where you basically are being led by a colonial marine and through this like maze, and you're going into an elevator, and then we're attacked by aliens. It's like people in like costumes, but they look like aliens, right? And it was like really, really cool. It was really scary. And actually, one chick had a heart attack because she was so scared. And I was like, well, they're not real. But at the time, you know that way sometimes you just get totally invested in something and you just call up. That's the way you are in Alien War, because like the guy, it's got the scanner thing going, he's like, they're in the room, and then you're hearing the banging all around the elevator and everything. The alien comes through the door, grabs someone and pulls them away, and then the door closes, and this was like one of the best experiences I ever had. And they should have brought it back for Alien Romulus. You could have done a really cool version with today's tech.
Where was this at? Where did you go?
This was in Glasgow, in the Arches. I remember this back in Alien 3 was 92, wasn't it? Alien 3.
Oh, Alien 3, yeah.
So it was back in 1992, and I still remember fresh, still traumatized from it. It was great.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, yeah, Adam, I remember reading about that. Oh, and I wish I could have experienced it. Yeah, because I think I wrote about it a while ago. Haunted attractions need to come back. Yeah, definitely do. Because particularly with today's technology, you can do some really cool things. And the idea of like an Alien War thing, I wonder if that's on. If there's like a video of it anywhere.
I'm trying to see if I could find something. Well, Sean and I do not mark the time. Star Trek. Star Trek Hilton. We did one where the Borg captured us, and then Janeway had to save us. Then we did one where and you're on the ship, and when the Borg, you're laying down in the thing, and then the Borg thing comes, and it's like, and actually sprays something, so it feels like it goes into your eye, so like you see the thing go in your eye.
But there was live action Borgs in
Borg
corridor, and Borgs are coming at you and stuff, and this one guy gets grabbed up into the ceiling and all that.
Yeah,
stuff. Cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
And then there was one where the Klingons are go back in time and try to kill one of us on the Enterprise. And it's like, guys, we got to go. And you're getting shot. And it comes on the view screen. It's like, and it's so cool. And then you go in and they're shooting and you get in a shuttle pod. Then you have to fly out and go back in time in the shuttle pod. It was so cool. And then you go to Quark's bar. That was awesome.
Yeah. I want definitely more of this kind of stuff going on. And I think that would be a cool way of like marketing new movies. Like the Alien War definitely should have had like a reboot basically for Alien Romulus. You could have some really cool stuff.
They do it, but it's like theme parks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Universal always has their haunted horror thing.
Yeah, but see,
Halloween.
we had the Stranger Things experience. Remember, I did that last year, me and Ed, and that was kind of the same thing where we're being led around. And it's like the labs from Stranger Things, and then the creatures are like outside, and they're like scratching on the windows and shit like that, on the doors. And it's like really,
where was
cool.
that? Wonderland or
Downtown? I was
yeah.
just down the dock somewhere. I can't remember the actual area. But,
oh, okay, that's cool.
But it was really, really good. I got invited to that by some PR company. They're like, "Do you want to go for free?" And I was like, "Yes, I do."
No, I don't.
Yeah, why would I want to do something free? So, yeah, I was just bearing the full.
Well, I've lived a sheltered life. I have not been able to experience any of that shit that you guys were just talking about.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you think in Glasgow that they wouldn't have stuff like that, but we actually have some really cool things. Like, there was one time, it was actually when I was living here, unfortunately, so I missed it. But they did a screening of Con Air in an old plane.
Oh my god!
And everyone is put into jumpsuits before going on and led onto the plane. Like,
what?
And I was like, that's awesome. And I was like, what a brilliant idea. And then they did a screening of the movie on the plane, and I was like, that would have been amazing. I would have loved doing that.
If they moved the plane in motion with the movie, that would have made it even better.
That would have been neat too.
Yeah,
like the 4DX that they do now.
Well, you could do a screening of Lethal Weapon 2 sitting on your toilet with your iPad, and that could be it.
I'm looking right. That's Richard. Days of Thunder, James Bond, King's Island from Paramount, Random Park. Cool.
Days of Thunder. Oh yeah. Paramount Canada's Wonderland. We did that. We did Days. I did Days of Thunder. That was pretty cool. Yeah. I did. Well, there was a Top Gun roller coaster, but I don't know. It was just Top Gun. Just call it Top Gun. I don't see why it was like
CN Tower here in Toronto used to have motion rides all the time. There was like a Tour of the Universe, Space Race.
Yes.
I think there's 2 Tour of the Universes where you launch out of the CN Tower on like a motion ride thing,
right?
And you encounter aliens and stuff. Yeah,
yeah. And now they do the edge walk, which everybody should do the edge walk. It's awesome. I'm trying to convince people to do it, and they're like, no, because it's kind of weird. Because like you go, and it's funny. It always made me think of aliens because you're coming in, and like the way the shutter is open, it's almost just like something out of a sci-fi movie. And I felt like I was like in space because like you're walking out onto this like walkway and like there's like clouds around you and you see the city and it's like that underneath. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing up here? So, but no, that was really, really cool.
That was great. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we also had a drop zone and face off right on that go.
I think we had drop zone. I don't think we had face off though.
Yeah.
Did we have face off, Sean?
No,
we didn't have face off. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we had drop zone for sure. I remember that.
Yeah. A confession here from me. I have never been in a roller coaster.
Oh. Well, I hadn't until I was in.
I haven't been in a roller coaster either.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. I think in I took all the advanced sciences. So in advanced physics in grade 13 or whatever it's called, OAC, we went to Wonderland and to calculate, the velocity and all that. So I went on every roller. It was my first time. I just went on all the roller coasters, and I'm like, I've never gone again. So however many years that is, I just don't care. Like I'm like, literally Vortex. It's a 1 minute going up. Then the ride is 30 seconds because Vortex was each of us had to pick a roller coaster, and that was our thing. So I had to get the velocity, I had to get this, I had to get like the force of the drop, and all this kind of crap like for science. And I'm like, it was 1 minute and 30 seconds, and it was like 30 minutes in line to get there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think
Not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. I got kind of put off roller coasters after it was a Final Destination 3. Is that the one?
Yeah.
It goes very, very wrong. Just like nobody will drive behind a lorry.
A truck with logs.
Logs on it. Yeah, you're like, nope, next lane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. So Adam says, we had a class like that in high school science days.
Yes, nice.
Oh, nice, yeah. So Shit, have we finished ranking them? It's not even an hour yet.
Well, we just
Yeah.
did a rush through. I'm like,
We just kind of rushed through it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, wait a second.
We all agreed on them in sections. So I mean, and the thing is, it's like it just shows that the Alien series, it's like we know the good ones, we know the bad ones, but they're all kind of fun in their
Enjoy
own
them
way.
anyway. Yeah.
But you
Right.
still watch them.
People
Yeah.
watch them.
Even like if I say I don't like Alien 3, I still watch it a lot because I like watching the two different versions on the
Yeah.
Blu-ray, the alternate version.
Did I miss the explanation of why it took so long for it to come out of her until the end? Like if she was impregnated by the...
Yeah, see, this is where we're getting into this is why this one's on the ranked in the lower tier, because it's just like the rules are all weird now. It's like, oh well, yeah. I mean, usually it's fast. It's way faster. It's
or it came out
not,
at the beginning, right? It came out like when did
it's
she?
the dog. It's the dog
she
that
saved her before she got, because it was just starting to open up and to come at her, and she saved her. I'm like, well, when did she get impregnated? It's just like they were just like making it up as they went. Like,
well, the other weird thing with Alien 3 is that they're saying if a face hugger face hugs a dog alien comes out.
right.
But we know that if a face hugger face hugs a human, a xenomorph happens. So is the xenomorph a human alien hybrid, and we just always knew it as a xenomorph? And if that's the case, then what are these human xenomorph hybrids in these other movies like Resurrection and Covenant and all that stuff? It's like,
so
what's
okay.
happening? Yeah.
So the black goop has explained it all. It's like it's whatever it feels like.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
So no. But actually, okay, in Resurrection, that thing was because they were mixed together.
Yes.
So it wasn't from a face hugger. It was from them, I think, sharing the same chemical makeup when they cloned Ripley, because
it's Sigourney Weaver. Basically.
It's Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, it's Sigourney Weaver.
It's another Sigourney Weaver, but it's a
but it's
like
an
a failed Sigourney Weaver, right?
Yeah.
Like they had the one that finally worked, and then this was like the one that
yes, that's right.
Failed
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So Prometheus, at the end of Prometheus, the engineer, the proto-xenomorph looked like that because it came from an engineer.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is now your one that everything comes from. So that lays eggs. All of the facehuggers all look the same after that. And then, so chicken and the egg, this is the first thing that came out. Mm-hmm. And then that thing, so if it goes into a dog, you've got the dog alien. If it goes into a predator, you get the pred alien or whatever it's called. If it goes to a human, you get the xenomorph that we all know. That's the thing. That's why I kind of like where they throw a different monster in, just for coolness of having something. Because after the first movie, we've seen all the monsters. There's either the eggs, there's the face huggers, there's the little guys that are just there for a little bit till they shed their thing, and then there's the xenomorphs. And then that's it. So the next movie introduced the queen, because the question was who's laying these eggs. We got to see a super version of that, like, a xenomorph on steroids. And then 3 was the dog, 4 was that Ripley version. What's the 5th movie? Is that, well, Prometheus, we have 100, like there's tons of monsters, so it's whatever. And then Covenant, what was there a new one in Covenant?
Yeah, there's a new one. That's why I keep saying it's a forgettable movie, because you can't remember that there was a.
Oh no, that's
no.
It's
the last 5 minutes of the movie, like, hey,
it's a white bipedal alien with an alien head. It's.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, what an awful film. You can't even remember the new monster in it.
Yes. Okay, you know why? It looks like what was that vampire show that was written by there's a series of novels, Strain. It looks like a Strain. It looks like a Strain. Yeah, I think it looks like a Strain character or something.
Guillermo del Toro produced that.
Neomorph.
Yes.
Neomorph. Thank you. There you go. Thanks, Adam.
Isn't there a Xenomorph King though? Like there's a male version.
I was wondering that earlier, and I thought I don't want to sound stupid. So
I've seen it. Like there's artwork on it, and it's like huge, and there's all these other Xenomorphs running around him, and he's just badass looking. It's like, can we have that? Let's put that in a movie. It's like, because that looks really like.
The thing is that we needed something from Covenant to Alien, because that Prometheus is a different. That's not the guy you see there is not the jockey in Alien. That's a different planet. You have to note down the planet names. That's the other thing. It's like it does get confusing, and you're like, I just want an Alien movie, and
but it's the jockey species, no?
Correct. It's an engineer.
He's the starting center for the Lakers.
Yeah, it gets. But without that, you wouldn't have the Alien RPG that I just got on 50% off, because all these Alien movies, as soon as an Alien movie comes out, everything goes 50% off. So I quickly go and order everything I can. I got the beautiful book down there, which is the all of the blueprints to all the Alien ships. The Prometheus blueprints are in there too. It's awesome. So it's like all this stuff goes on sale. So I came home from Alien. I was like, all right, let's see what's on sale, baby.
Get on that computer. Let's get the laptop, open it up.
That's literally what I do. I come back quickly, see what's on sale, and get it all.
I say, Adam asked here, I'm not a video game guy, so I haven't really played these.
It's awesome.
I played Alien 3. I have Alien 3 for my Amiga, and I used to play Aliens on like my old Commodore 64 back in the day. That was my gaming. But I haven't played it. Like Alien Isolation, everybody says is really cool.
I have it.
It's like really creepy. Have you played it?
Yes, I haven't finished it, but you can watch the entire walkthrough. Type Alien Isolation walkthrough, and the whole thing is there.
Yeah.
You can watch. It's like 8 hours on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing being played. It's awesome. So it's Ripley. I believe it's Ripley's daughter going back to find her on the Nostromo. I'm the only one wearing I'm the only on brand guy today.
I know. Well, I have horror. I got my awesome Michael Myers t-shirt.
That's the closest thing I had to like the Xenomorph.
And Sean's got Godzilla.
Yeah, I don't actually have an Alien t-shirt.
I don't. I saw some cool ones online yesterday, but I won't get. I was like, oh, I won't get it in time. I'm like, screw it. I'll get it.
Yeah. But right now, all I'm trying to do is just pay for food, so it's kind of the main thing for this.
I did put my little Ripley over here that I have.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I've got this. I got this shelf. This shelf is dedicated to Alien Part 1, though I do have the reaction figures for Ripley and the loader. But otherwise, that's all Alien 1 stuff. You're wearing Snoopy? Well, that's not. That could be just as scary, I suppose.
Yeah.
And Woodstock's scary.
Although I'm trying to get
shirt where they're like characters from movies.
Yeah, there's a T-shirt online of Beaker, who's my favorite Muppet,
and he's good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get. I just wear that for a live stream. Sometimes he's like so random. I literally got this Halloween T-shirt the other day because for Frightmare at the Falls, and like it bothered me last year that I wasn't wearing a Halloween thing, but we got Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris going to be there, and I got to have a Halloween T-shirt to meet them. So.
So I've got to do a Halloween shirt, and I got to do something for Saw because Costas Mandylor is there, and Shawnee Smith, and I love Saw. I can't. Costas Mandylor is my damn favorite. I love him. I love Hoffman in the Saw movies. I don't care what people say. Saw 5 is awesome.
I love all Saw movies.
I love them all. Yes, but 4, 5, and 6, where Hoffman is like kind of taking over. Oh, so good.
Yeah. In fact, like because every like Halloween season, like from October, I watch like an entire horror franchise. Like last year, I did all the Friday the 13th movies. Before that was all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So I'm thinking either this year it might be Saw or Phantasm, because I haven't seen all the Phantasm movies.
Those are all great. Met everyone from Phantasm, except for Michael, Michael Baldwin, which is weird. He's a Michael Baldwin. I'm Michael Baldwin.
Yeah. Got Terrifier 2, Scream, Robocop, a ton of Marvel ones. What do you think of Terrifier 3 trailer? I'll be there, but you're seeing it in opening?
I'm seeing it 100%.
I'm there. Yeah. So. Hell yeah.
I've got like three Terrifier shirts at least. Well, that entire section you could see the. You won't be able to tell on this angle, but you could see and the logos there too. But that is all Terrifier stuff, so you won't be able to.
I like a Legion of Superheroes T-shirt. That's good.
Oh, I've got many of those.
What's that clown's name from Terrifier? What's his name?
Art.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but when I posted that trailer today, I was inspired. And I said, what was it? I'm so inspired. I can't remember what I actually said. It was. Oh, fuck off, David.
There, you can see the art glasses.
Yeah. I said prepare for an art attack with the new Terrifier 3 trailer. Art attack.
Nice. Yes. Oh, I saw that. Yes.
See what I did there? So yeah, I'll be there for that. I can't wait for that.
I give my daughter a nightmare every time she's on YouTube and she's scrolling and then I say come and I'm like, oh wait, okay, let's go. All right, kid.
No, do not show your kids.
Oh my God, that thing. Listen, nothing scares me, but I look at that guy and I'm just like, wow, that they did a good job with that guy.
It's not scary to me because nothing scares me, but
it's not scary. I know it's just gory.
It's just gory. That's all.
Effects are great, and like in the trailer, you see him, and I was like, is he going to kill all those kids when he's Santa? Because apparently there's a scene where he threw up or
Wait, it's
wanted
like
to throw
Silent
up.
Night, Deadly
The
Night.
guy playing Art the Clown, actually, David
Yeah,
Thornton.
David.
Yeah. So
Sienna will protect you. Oh, I've got great pictures with Lauren Lavera. I talked to her for a long time at that last Frightmare. I was like, we were chatting for a long time, and Steve was chatting with her, and then I was chatting with her some more. I got great pictures with her.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Wolverine just said that. Yeah. Kind of annoyed that I did, but I didn't have enough money. I never had enough money. Somebody, if you want to send donations to the actually, let me know.
I ask them all the time too. I'm like, you want to help keep this website going?
Yeah, it helps so I can keep a roof over my head.
Cheap, and I'm on a budget, man.
I know. You would think I'd be doing this for like 12 or 13 years. You think I'd be earning some decent money for it now, but no.
The trick is you got to get in right away because I got Terrifier Roy. I've met everybody from part 1, all the girls from part 1, everyone from part 2. The little girl, I didn't meet her, but I got her autograph personalized to me through the virtual con. So it's like it's great because Terrifier is new and I'm in there. I talked to Damian Leone a lot. I talked to him for a long time. We went to the panel, talked to him there, talked to everybody from Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2. So it's cool when you're there from the beginning. And that's really neat because then, they haven't gone anywhere yet. You'll see now, guaranteed, after 3, once there's a trilogy, all of a sudden, the prices are going up. The lines are going to be going up, right?
For sure. But no, I want to be there opening it. This one I want to see in the big screen.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll see that.
Adam says, actually, Venmo doesn't actually work in Canada, I think. I think it's only in the States.
What's Venmo?
Yes, that's like we don't get it here. I use PayPal. But anyway, actually, to outlook.com, if anyone wants a donation, thanks.
Post it in the donate to the.
You like our work. It's like,
if you want me to keep going. Yeah. All right, boys, I think we'll just wrap it up there. Then I thought this one was going to go on for ages, but because I don't want to have to go into like every single Alien movie. We kind of went over our favorite parts and whatever.
Well, let's do it. Come on, we got enough time.
I think we did it. Well, we kind of did. Like we're all in agreement, so there's not anything to like even fight over, right? Like,
even, we kind of all generally agree. Yeah, like we know what the 3 best ones are, and the other ones it doesn't really matter. We're not passionate enough about the other ones to care.
You could put them in a hat, like roll and be like, run up and be like, there you go, there's my order.
But the one thing I've taken from this is that I want to watch Prometheus and Covenant again because I can't remember them very much. I haven't seen them for a while.
Yeah, that's the problem. I have not seen them for a while too. So yeah, I'm guilty of that.
I might watch them this weekend.
Halloween, break out all the aliens and watch that. So because I have them, I have every single one of them. So
I watch Alien. It's funny, like whenever I think how many I watch, the most it's actually the first one. Like Alien, I could watch just all the time.
Me too.
I just love everything about it.
I just watched the first one I watched 1 and 2 for Romulus to get me excited, which I don't really need to get excited, but but the first one, it's just like, I mean, like I said, I put number 2 as 1, but I mean, for the first one though, just in terms of atmospheric, like brilliance, oh my God, it's just.
But in terms of like Romulus, I think is one of the better films I've seen this year. I think it's definitely top 5 movies I've seen this year.
You definitely need to see it on the big screen. That's for sure.
I really enjoyed it.
And Steve missed out. I feel bad because it's like I sometimes the thing is, it's like I can push and say, dude, you really got to go, and he'll be like, I'll just wait and whatever. And it's like you really do need to see this one. I think it's doing well. The problem, Deadpool and Wolverine is so strong that nothing's really going to get
this weekend. Apparently,
yeah, it's just so. I mean, it is very strong, and people have been dying for this. And you get to see Wolverine in the costume fighting, and Ryan Reynolds is good too. It's like there's just too many things going for it. Whereas Alien, it's like, it's Alien.
Yeah, but both of them though are R-rated movies, and they both entered at number 1, which shows that people are ready for more adult-oriented movies again. So more adult-oriented action and horror movies rather than the PG-13 garbage. We want nudity and gore galore.
Yeah, I want to comment on The Crow for a second because that one did poorly. Because the only people that know the movie itself looked. Let's say you guys thought it was okay, so it was okay, but it didn't. But a generic person thought, oh, okay, what is this movie? I don't know. They just didn't care about it.
To people at work,
it's not mainstream by any stretch of the imagination.
Right, it's not mainstream. So who's going to go watch it? The people that know what The Crow is, and the people that know what The Crow is know what The Crow is and don't want another one. So. There's no, and people keep saying, well, it's not for you guys, it's for a new audience. Okay, Crow people, where was that new audience? Where's the new audience that you're talking about? Where was that audience?
It makes me wonder if these studios actually do the things that corporations are supposed to do. Like, is there market research? Is there an ROI report? Like,
No.
are you going to get your return on investment? Like,
No.
is there any research at all? And I don't know. Maybe the answer is no. Maybe they're just like, pros a thing. Let's do that. You know.
I would have loved to have seen the Jason Momoa Crow movie.
Or the Bradley Cooper one looks cool. I like the hat and everything. Well, this is something different, but it's whenever people say, "Oh, but this new one looks more like the comics art," and I was like, "Well, I got this signed by James O'Barr."
Yeah, that's awesome. Here, I'll make it full screen. I'll make you full screen.
Can you see it?
Oh,
yeah. And who does that like? Oh, wait, Brandon Lee with the long hair and the makeup. It's not some short-haired junkie, which he is in the new film.
Like the thing is like why are the characters unlikable? But in any case, it's like the market research is in there. Nobody wants this, so it's like. But Alien, because it's still part of the franchise, the guys are going to go out there to support it. And like Deadpool, Wolverine, rated R doesn't mean anything because in the States, I think kids can go if there's an adult. It's very easy to scrounge an adult.
Guardian, yes, you can go see it.
Whatever. The adult, listen, I know how it works.
Parent or adult guardian.
No, I know, but I'm saying the adult guy buys the ticket.
Yeah.
And then the kids go in, right? Like, it's a bunch of crap. It doesn't mean anything.
It's the biggest scam ever.
It's a super scam. What was that? There was a rated R movie that had come out, and they anticipated that it made like 33% more money, but the ticket sales were going to other movies because the movies that were being ticket purchased for, they weren't in the people weren't sitting there.
They buy tickets for one and then go into the
and then go to the other one. Right?
Nobody remember back in the day, you'd have the usher come up with the flashlight. They don't do that anymore.
They don't do that
anymore. Kids don't care.
Nobody cares. You can sit wherever you want. I could spend all day there. I just need to buy one ticket once, go in. I could just sit and go theater hop the entire night. Nobody's going to say anything.
Yeah, you still
well, there's assigned seating now, so.
And there's sometimes
Rambo 4. That's it.
Not even there taking your ticket or scanning your ticket. There's no
Rambo 4.
It was Rambo 4, buddy. Adam, good job, buddy. You earned your paycheck. That's it. It was Rambo 4. Apparently it made way more. I saw that 3 times in the theater. It was friggin' packed every time I went. I was going like a week later. I was like,
oh, people ate Rambo 4 up. Oh my god.
Oh, big time, man.
Yeah,
big time.
Because Rambo was dead at that point. You know, I mean, nobody was thinking about it. And then you're like, a new Rambo movie. You're like, all right, we'll see. And I had no idea what to expect going in. And that last 20 minutes, I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Oh my god. I've never seen so much Swiss cheese made out of human bodies from a 50 caliber machine gun.
Yeah.
I'm like, normally when you see an action movie and they're shooting with a 50 cal, you just see regular death. This was just like this because I remember that Sylvester Stallone was like, I really want to show what happens when somebody gets hit with a 50 caliber machine.
Yes.
I'm like, there you go, people. It's like they get shredded. It's like blown up, and oh my god, it was just like you were laughing, but in a good way. Like when it was going on, you're like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I was a little bit embarrassed because I was like, I shouldn't be having as much fun with this as
right.
Because I think people in the theater were a bit disturbed. My buddy who was an older guy, he's like, well, that was pretty heavy. He uses heavy. I was like, maybe I should have warned you. He's like, well, that was like really heavy. I was like,
my cousin was like, oh my god, but they killed kids in it. I said, oh yeah, that bit where they throw the kids in the fire.
Oh, and he
that was
steps
fucking
on
awesome.
the kid's head and hits him with the bayonet, and it's like a 5-year-old. I'm like, wow.
And I'm like, yes. And he's like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, everything.
This is awesome. Fucking high five. And that was awesome, man. Yeah, that was great.
We're high fiving. What does that say about us? Like,
I need to go next time I go to States, I want to go to a Waffle House because like apparently it's like a total like crackhead place to go, and like there's always like fights and stuff like that. I'm just gonna go sit there and just wait and start a fight at 3 o'clock in the morning. Something. I don't know. That'll be fun. Anyway, so what are we going to do next week? Will we do the Ninja 3, the Domination chat we've been talking about for a while?
Whatever happened to Excessive Force? I
still don't have that yet. I can't afford to buy the DVD right now.
Oh, you don't have it?
Off a few
that's what happened. Okay.
Well, we all buy it. That's why.
Because I have it also. We all have it.
J-Man messages you on the thing. I'm like, oh, good. J-Man asked because I didn't know what we were doing either.
I don't know. I know. I'm like, okay, we've got to. So did I?
It's Ninja 3. It's Alien Romulus. I'm like, what the fuck's going on right now?
Yeah. Until I can afford to get the DVD, because it's like $22 or $23 or something. And I thought,
so we're doing Ninja
2 or 3 days of lunch. Let's do Ninja 3 next week, and we'll try and do Ninja Force after that.
Lucinda Dickey. Love it. Can't wait to watch
actually, yeah, because then I think after there's next week, and then the week after, there you go. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah,
we'll do
and
that.
she still
But-
looks great. You seen her recently? She still looks awesome.
But I'm away on vacation from the 13th of September for 2 weeks, so there'll be no streams for 2 weeks then. So we'll do Ninja 3, and then we'll try and do Excessive Force, and then I'm going to bugger off for 2 weeks, and then we'll be back at first week of October.
Okay, so Ninja 3 is Wednesday.
Is next week. Okie dokie.
And I have a Ninja 3 t-shirt, so that's good. I actually have something.
Damn it!
relevant
I gotta see. Maybe I can order one real quick and get it because I have that Walmart fast shipping shit. So maybe I should.
The one I got though was the one Sean and Jay that we got at that Tiger Claws thing, and it's specially made for that. The review cinema made it, so that was awesome.
Oh, and you got to come up like with a month in advance of stuff we're gonna do. That way I can order the t-shirts respectively.
I know. It's a good idea. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to buy t-shirts for everything. Yeah, so thank you, Adam. I will have a
that's why when we did Deadpool, I was so excited because I have Deadpool everything. I'm like, it's like all over the place. You can see him right there. Sit.
Oh yeah. So thank you, Adam. I will. But so 2 weeks. So next week, we'll do Ninja 3. We've all seen that a whole bunch of times, so it doesn't require a whole lot of research. I haven't watched it for a little while, so I'm going to watch it over this weekend because I'm doing nothing this weekend apart from seeing you guys on Saturday at Brennan.
Yeah.
All right. So are you coming, Sean?
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent. Good. Okay. So we're just going to like shoot the shit, cocaine, hookers, the usual stuff. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Sorry, you're not going to be there, Sean.
I'm all the way in Florida. I'm sorry.
I'll do 2 for you. I'll do.
Okay.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta be like, what's his name, RoboCop, and get a chick and like do it between.
Yeah, exactly.
This channel.
I don't even know how it
get
works.
monetized.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I don't think it will.
No, we'll never get monetized. We're going to be cancelled. We'll be cancelled for Phantom Zone, and we'll all love it.
Once I get 2,000 subscribers, I won't be on anymore either.
You will have that. I'm you guys.
Can you say politically incorrect? We're from the 80s. What can you say?
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens. All right, well, we will wrap it up there anyway. So I'm surprised we actually got this done quite quickly. But the fact there's only 4 of us tonight. Charlie and Stephen, we miss you. Hopefully you'll be back next week for Ninja 3. So we'll see how that goes. Steve, I bet he won't show up for Ninja 3. You heard it here first.
No, he's not showing up. I don't think I showed it to him, or if I did, it was too long ago. And he won't.
I don't think it's going to be one for Steve, but I'm sure Charlie will be there for sure. So, so next week, Ninja 3. So, guys, thanks for watching. Adam, thank you for all your comments and everything, and also to Wolverine and everybody else for joining. And we'll see you next week. And if you are watching, remember, you are the Action Elite.